Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Pauline. Okay, welcome to this press conference for the IAAF BTC World Relays Bahamas 2015. I am Lionel Haven, the Managing Director of the Local Organizing Committee, and today I have been promoted. I have been given the job of moderating by our wonderful and beautiful Senior Director for Marketing, Bianca. Thank you. Let me introduce our head table. At the far right, we have Mr. Keith Parker, who is the Executive Chairman of the Local Organizing Committee. Next to him is the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Dr. Daniel Johnson. And seated to the minister's left is the CEO, Deputy Chairman of the LOC, and President of the B3As, Mr. Mike Sands. We also have in our presence a member of our board and an IAAF representative, Pauline Davis-Thompson, and Jamiko Archer, our legal advisor. Linda, I won't forget you at all, our sponsorship coordinator. Good morning, and thank you again for your presence here. We have a short but exciting ceremony for you today, some information that we want to bring to you. We will start the proceedings off with some welcome remarks from our Executive Chairman, Mr. Keith Parker.
Good afternoon, Minister Johnson, fellow executives of the Organizing Committee and staff members of the LOC, ladies and gentlemen. As you all will know, we are just days away from the event itself. I can assure you that everyone involved in the LOC has been working very, very hard to get everything in order, burning the midnight oil, literally. Especially when BZ goes off. To the media, we would really thank you very, very much for all the support that we've received over the last several months. I don't think we could have hoped for more promotion and more goodwill from the members of the press, and we're most grateful for that. We want you to keep it up, if you will, until the event is actually over, and then we can all have a big party together. So thank you all, and welcome to the press conference. I think each person following me has a very specific thing to announce. So thank you all, and welcome.
Thank you. Last year, the competition on the track was an integral part of the Bahamazing experience that thrilled local spectators and left the international community in awe. We all know that 3 world records were set, 2 by the Kenyans and 1 by the Jamaicans. A crowd-pleasing head-to-head competition between the Bahamas and the United States in the men's 4x400 meter relay saw the cheering of the home crowd, which reached unprecedented levels, so much so that Lord Sebastian Coe, the chairman of the London 2012 Olympics, indicated that the 15,000 persons here, the decibel was louder than the 80,000 persons that were in the London Olympics. And so we expect nothing less this year from our hometown crowd. And while the Team Bahamas, there are a few names that are absent, but we are very pleased and excited to say that Team Bahamas will still be anchored for the men's 4x4, anchored in the sense that the mainstay of the team, Chris Brown, it does not necessarily mean that he will anchor the team. That would be a coach's decision. But I'm talking in terms of the base of Team Bahamas. Chris Brown will be supported by Ramon Miller and the other Golden Knights. And of course, Shanae Miller will be leading Team Bahamas's women's team after coming back from an injury last year that negated her participation. And she would be supported by Q Ferguson and of course Anthony Strawn, among others, because we have a very impressive list of young athletes that are ready to make their debut on the world stage. And I refer to persons such as Tyler Carter, Moores Island sensation Stevie Gardner, who so far this year has one of the most impressive times for our male athletes at 45.24 seconds. And of course, we have young Brian Bethel out of Grand Bahama, among others. So Team Bahamas has a mixture of the veterans and the young persons that will be representing us on the world stage. Of course, the news that everyone wanted to hear and that I am now able to confirm without contradiction, the final documents are in, the final entries are in, and we refer specifically to the fastest man on the planet, which is Usain Bolt, and he will be supported by his cast to include Ashmead Nicol, or Nicol Ashmead, Kemar Bailey, among others, Nesta Carter, among others. And of course, the Jamaican relay team for females will also be headed by Veronica Campbell-Brown, Sharon Simpson, and the others. United States, of course, will be spearheaded by Justin Gatlin, Tyson Gay, and I must say that Justin Gatlin canceled an event in Jamaica to be sure that he's ready to perform on the world stage here in the Bahamas. And they will also be supported by, on the female side, Carmelita Jetta, as well as Shania Ross Richards. So we're going to be in for a very, very exciting 2 days of activities here in the Bahamas. We want the Bahamian people to continue to support us as you did in the past. We refer to the fact that we want to make sure those colors that we have, those vibrant colors for television, are seen around the world. And so we're going to encourage Team Bahamas supporters on the Saturday, the first day, to come in your aqua t-shirts. We have our merchandise shoppers right side the door to ensure that the colors are consistent. And on Sunday, of course, we want to go for the gold. So at the end of the day, we're looking forward to a very, very exciting several days of competition as the Bahamas performs on the world stage, not just on the track, but also as a country. We also have the start time, just for emphasis purposes. The junior program starts at 5 o'clock. And so once you come early, you have the price of 2 for 1, and that is coming early for the junior program and staying to experience the world event at 7 o'clock. And we went to a 7 o'clock start to ensure that the sun, we complained about the sun last year, and we were able to convince the IAAF to give us a later start. And we have been advised that not only have we gotten the latest start, which will be at 7 o'clock for that program on both days, the event will also be carried live in European television, and we expect 160-some countries around the world to be experiencing Baha Amazing Edition #2. We have the One Island, One Lane program for our junior athletes that is going to form an integral part of this as well, and we refer to that as inspiring our next generation of athletes. And so the countdown is on. I think we have 10 days to go and counting. We'll soon switch to the hourly count, and so all hands on deck, and as we get ready to welcome the world, both in athletics and as well as family, friends, and supporters, to Baha Amazing Edition #2. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. You all feel it yet? Do you feel it? Yeah. Thank you very much. This we're very proud. I have to congratulate the team here of the LOC, chairman, managing directors, CEOs, also the team of the NSA, all of the people who worked to get this beautiful stadium ready, all our media partners, all our social partners, all the people who have invested in this idea. This is a concept to completion idea. We also have here our government liaison, who doesn't get a lot of recognition, but he has to take a lot of pressure. Grafton Knife, give him a hand of, give him a round of applause, man. You're doing plenty of work. But ladies and gentlemen, we really wanted to emphasize this week as Team Week. For us, as the Bahamas government, as the lead sponsor in this scenario, we're promoting Team Bahamas. Team Bahamas. What that means is together, everybody achieves more. It is a logo on top of the great icon of Johns Hopkins Medical Facility and their university, that when you get into that area, you're not working as an individual, you're representing a culture. A culture of what? At the Hopkins, they tell you that we are the best in the world at what they do. And so we have to show people coming here one more time, because it's whether we could do this again and again and again. I want to tell everyone in this country that we're really making a bid now to make the World Relays the home, at home in the Bahamas. We're not just bidding 111. We're going to go for it. We're all out and all in. We want the World Relays to be stationed in Nassau, the Bahamas. So what does that mean for us as Team Bahamas? It means that everybody has to get involved now. You know that song from Dr. Off, Get Involved, Get Involved? That's the real deal. People have to know that when these people reach the airport, you know, you want efficiency, you want courtesy, you want service, you want people who are knowledgeable. That when we go through our streets, I see sometimes people throw in garbage still on the highway. I see some garbage out there by the six-leg roundabout. We don't want any garbage on our streets. Take your stuff home in your car. We want to know that when people go to restaurants, bars, the beaches, everywhere, that every single person in this country is a part of this team. Everyone, all 300,000 of us, are on Team Bahamas now. Because this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to show the rest of the world how good we are at being the #1 host in the world. That's our goal, not just the goal, but we have a goal, right? And really, at the end of it, the world knows this brand that we have called It's Better in the Bahamas. But that really was about sun, sand, and sea. And we've added the next S, which is now sports. We put out our brand on the world stage. It's called Sports in Paradise. And now Team Bahamas, all of us, Team Bahamas, all of us, have to show people why we say it's better in the Bahamas. So this year, ladies and gentlemen, you have what I called last year the newest and fastest track on the planet. You have the fastest man and team on the planet. But guess what? You have the greatest country on the planet. And we can win. We can win in many, many, many ways here. We can win from the airport when they come in, to the hotels when they enjoy themselves, to the people as they encounter them, to the culture that they'll see, to the music that's on display, to the food that they'll encounter, and ultimately they will go away saying, they were right. Them Team Bahamas people were right. It's better in the Bahamas. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Minister. And I can assure you that Team LOC is standing ready to be a part of Team Bahamas as we push this forward. Okay, let's open the floor for questions, please. And if you have a question, just stand, state your name and the institution you are with.
Hi, Randy Smith, Nassau Guardian. A question for Mr. Sands. A number of the junior athletes who are on the final roster for the World Relays, what do you think getting a chance to experience something like this does for their careers moving forward?
Well, you know, there's two situations. We have the junior program, as I spoke about, and the theme for that is to inspire the next generation. And from that perspective, we are hoping that those junior athletes that aspire to be a Usain Bolt or Veronica Campbell or Chris Brown or Sharon Simpson or Justin Gatlin or Tyson Gay, that the fact that they're going to be in the same arena with them, warming up on the same area, interacting with them, that would inspire them to continue in their career as to become elite athletes. With respect to our junior athletes that have qualified themselves, and I say qualified themselves, to make Team Bahamas, again, it shows us that the future of track and field in the Bahamas is in great hands, because if you have the junior athletes with the One Island, One Lane and the high schools that will be participating in the junior program, and if we have some of our junior career athletes, actually we had a young athlete that was too young that would have made this team, but because of IAAF standard, we could not put her on the team. And so the future of track and field in the country is great, and I believe that this event and the magnitude of this event and the fact that our junior athletes will be a part of Team Bahamas will continue to inspire them towards their goals.
What does this say about the magnitude of this event? Looking at the team rosters, Jamaica's gone all out. So everybody's gone all out. What does this say about this lead and heading into the World Championship here on this year?
Well, I think what it does, it shows you, like you said, the magnitude and the significance of the event. So much so, particularly in view of the fact that this event, the 8 finalists automatically qualifies for the World Championship in Beijing in a few months' time, and also for the Olympic Games. And so at the end of the day, countries are recognizing the importance of it, and so they've come to war with all their army and the best that they have to offer. I mean, you know, we talked about the speculation about Usain Bolt some time ago. Well, it's confirmed. Jamaica's A team is confirmed. Someone said to me, we hope that you'll have some more money for some more world records, because as you remember, last year Jamaica broke the world record without Usain Bolt. Carmelita Jeddah, Sonia Ross Richards, Justin Gatlin, Tyson Gay. Trinidad actually opted out of the Penn Relays this weekend, which is the granddaddy of all relays and the oldest relay meet in the world. They opted out of the Penn Relays this weekend to focus on their relay team performing well here next weekend. So I think we, as a country, the problem we have is we don't sometimes recognize and appreciate the significant role that we play in any event. And I hope that this would sensitize the Bahamian public to a degree to realize that we are on the world stage and that we are playing, a matter of fact, we are punching above our weight class, but we're still holding our own. So it's like David and the Goliath, and I think we all, as a people, ought to be proud of ourselves, what we're producing as a world event, and also, you know, what we expect to put on the field of play with our athletes as well.
Any more questions? Okay, good. Just before we wrap up, I'd actually like to invite Mr. Sands up to the podium to make a very special introduction to you. Mr. Sands?
Is it on? I'm not sure why he wished for me to come to the podium, but you know, every event, major event or national teams, whether it's college teams or professional team, they have their mascot. Last year we had our mascot. His name was Breezy. We don't know what happened to Breezy, but I think Breezy went in the pot. You know, Breezy was the grouper, and Breezy went in the pot. You try to identify something that is indigenous to your environment. For example, for you all Dolphin fans, you all have the Dolphins and, you know, the others, the Lakers, and et cetera, but we won't get into that. So we deliberated long and hard to determine what would be the most indigenous mascot we can now find again to be a part of this world event. Something that is recognizable, something that is cuddly, something that sometimes get no respect, but something that is also very dear to all of us. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I was told I shouldn't dance, but without further ado, let me introduce to you our mascot, Bingo, the pot cake. Bingo is going to take a trip with us. We're now going to go to Yellow Elder School, which has been one of the schools that we've adopted in this neighborhood. The kids at the Elder is not aware of this now, so it's going to be a little surprise for them. So we told them we'd be there by 2:15, so the press is welcome to set yourselves up and join us here. If you want to go ahead of us, that's fine. I think Bingo supposed to ride on the bicycle or on the leash? How Bingo getting there? How we taking Bingo?
Bingo, we got a news for Bingo. Bingo Spade, right? You Spade? Okay.
Watch me